Hi, I'm Joe Hines with our instructional design department, and Bosch has a high standard in cybersecurity, and I wanted to find out more. So I contacted Dave Brent, our senior cyber and data security technical trainer for North America, to find out more. Hi, Dave. Thanks for being here. Could you tell me more about Bosch's standards on cybersecurity?
Thanks for talking to me, Joe. One of the things about Bosch security systems that has struck me since I came on with the company 18 odd years ago is the fact that Bosch has always had a strong footprint when it comes to cybersecurity and product development. And what I mean by that is every product that Bosch engineers, we use what is called a secure engineering process. Now, that secure engineering process encompasses a lot of different things. Some of the things that encompasses are the fact that we do both internal and third-party pen testing. This is all part of a process called the Secure Engineering Process, or SEP. Now, the other thing that's really, really important about Bosch's approach to cybersecurity. Currently in the world, we have about 35.8 billion IoT devices out on the internet. And one of the things that all of those IoT devices have in common is they all have a web interface or some kind of web interaction. Now, part of our secure engineering process is that we use a process called OWASP, or the Open Web Application Security Project Testing Guide. And that ensures that our products, when they are internet facing, that the web interfaces or the connectivity interfaces to those products are not subject to cross-site scripting attacks or any other kind of malicious hijacking. Some of the things that we also adhere to with the manufacturing of all our devices, we adhere to NIST 800 standards. And if some of your listeners aren't familiar with what NIST 800 is, NIST 800 is a series of guidelines that if I am an IT director or a domain admin, if I want to secure my equipment on the network, I should adhere to these standards based on the type of data as it is rated. So besides OWASP testing, we also adhere to NIST 800, CIS, and STIG standards as we develop products. I would say one of the biggest and best kept secrets about Bosch is that we are a certified numbering authority through MITRE.org. Now, what that means, and I think everybody out there understands, that if you have a vulnerability in a product, it gets issued a CVE number. That is a common vulnerability and exposure number. And the important thing about being a certified numbering authority for MITRE.org, we have a team called a PCERT team that is a physical security incident response team. And if we discover either through internal or third-party pen testing or through a bug bounty that we have a vulnerability in any of our products, our PCERT team has a specific time to turn around, issue a CVE, and then inform all of our customers that there's a potential problem and an official fix and a workaround for all of our customers and all of our products. So I think those are from just a foundational standpoint that shows Bosch as a whole. From a certification standpoint, we do have products that are examined by the IoT Industry Consortium, and we have a list of products that have actually earned an IoT Consortium certification, being that they are secure and that we have a secure product. But part of that actual certification, that certification actually examines Bosch as a whole to see what our turnaround process is, for the PCERT team, what our secure engineering process is, what our firmware development process is. So all the little parts and pieces of Bosch as a whole come together, and that allows us to pursue certifications for the company as a whole, like the IoT Consortium certification. We also have a UL 29000 certification, which is a general software cybersecurity requirement for all network connected products, and that is a Bosch certification. And we are moving towards an IEC 62443, which is an international standard for cybersecurity and operational technology in automation and control systems. And that will also apply to the company as a whole. Now, I know that today's topic is access and intrusion. Now, from that perspective, when you're dealing with Bosch products, all of our main products, and we'll talk about, RPS and our panels, RPS instills a passcode into all of our control panels. When we're talking about our access and intrusion products with our software head and of RPS and our panels, we take security very, very seriously. And we're going to look at this from the aspect with I'm using the RPS software. One, I can't use the software unless I have a license dongle. I can't communicate to the control panels unless I have a passcode. There's also lock codes that are placed onto those panels. So once I've configured them as an integrator, I can't come along as a third-party guy and then try to get into the panel because there's a lock code present. From a communication standpoint, anytime you're communicating to the panels over Ethernet, we use a protocol called Kinetics. And Kinetics is an encrypted protocol that supports AES 128, 192, or 256 CBC mode. And that really depends on how the user wants to implement this encryption. And this is based on a shared key. So there's a combination of things at play here. So if I'm communicating to my panels, say from AMS, I'm using TLS communications. That's HTTPS, and it's encrypted. If I'm connecting to my panels, I'm using Kinetics. That's encrypted. I'm going to say in the near future, there are coming improvements to all of our access and intrusion products in specifically dedicated towards cybersecurity. Now, I'm not into selling futures, but there are going to be specific advancements to all of our panels as it pertains to security, secure communications, and operating systems. Since the launch of the Bosch IP video line in 2004, we've used a proprietary protocol to communicate to our IP video products. And our control panels, our B and G series panels, they can also communicate to our video devices. And the cool thing about this is they use the exact same proprietary protocol to communicate to our video devices that you would in a regular video head-end system. So that is sort of an additional layer of security. So not only can our panels be communicated to in an encrypted fashion from the actual access and intrusion portion of your security system, you can also communicate to your video system through a proprietary protocol called RPC+. And if you have a chance to come to one of our cybersecurity classes that we host, you'll also understand that our video systems are massively secure from a cybersecurity perspective as well.
No, thanks, Dave, for taking a moment to talk to me today about Bosch's standards on cybersecurity. It sounds like our customers and end users can be confident that Bosch is doing everything they can to make sure that their data is secure and protected. And I want to thank you again for talking to me today.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your time.